Welcome to DigitalK.
So we just heard that money doesn't really matter, experience matters, and you have them both.
Kindly, yes.
So for everyone here, you started out in the space industry. You became a successful entrepreneur multiple times over, and now you're an investor. So you really bring the wide range of all the experiences that were just talked about. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about your background.
Will be not enough time, but actually, to make time, it is first decade I became software engineer, which actually builds the first. We built first spy satellite, which did ability to watch enemies like United States. Since I was in Soviet Union, yes, so I didn't see other world. Even I didn't have ability to speak to Bulgarian people. So and I built software to image processing and to grab the pictures of other side of the world. And after this, it is very simple. You're working on the very deep technology and very like ahead technology. And after this world change, I met Sun Microsystem people, and they told, "Are you brought IP protocol to space?" I told, "Yes." And they told, "Let's build A211 protocol device," which became Wi-Fi lite. So it is. I thought, okay, it is a very easy task since we already built something, and it is how my entrepreneurial career started. And then company, and after I decided I'm too tired, I'm very disappointed in investors. I will become investor. I will become better investor than investor whom I have in my life. So it is very easy.
Well, you have all three, but I want to go back to space for a moment because there are not too many people that start out in space and make the journey that you do. And I see you're still interested in asteroids. What do you know that we don't know?
Everybody know if something will hit Earth bigger than 20 meters diameter, it will be pretty crucial. So by this way, I know all my friends like Rusty Schweikart, who was around Moon Session, Ed Lu, who is working with me in Almaz like as advisor. He builds a Google Street View. These guys, he was 5 times in space, and they came to me one day, and not just for me, but to my friends, and they told, "We're in danger, we need to do something," and it is how we decided to build some like project, which is not to make money, but protect future of our kids and our grandkids in this planet. Yes, so it is how, and I became pretty interested since it is pretty interesting project to build a telescope which will bring to us understanding of any coordinate of any dangerous asteroid which can hit Earth. And actually it is 2030 time. It is pretty dangerous time for us.
That's coming up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it is pretty close.
So do we need to get off the planet?
Yeah, it is. It is possibly some like Musk would like to move to Mars as soon as possible. I don't know his mission to move to Mars to put his name forever, or in mankind, or it is that he is scary. I don't know. But in general, it is like I don't know how many people was. Thinking about it, but it is what we have ability to get in future.
Are you scared?
No.
All right, so the moon or Mars?
No, moon will be start. Moon will be start to understand how to build system. It will bring a lot of interesting new technologies. Since it's a past time, during the last 2 decades, space didn't bring too much. I mean, from technology point of view, everything was done on Earth. If you take in 60, 70, 80 still, space brought a lot of new technologies to replicate it and to build. Like you're speaking about satellite, which is doing some jobs there. It is autonomous car, which is have some mission and keeping distance from objects and many stuff, which is we today implement in cars. Started in 70s, yes. So when people started to take care about it and think about artificial intelligence, Markov chain exists long time if people study well in university.
So we got a lot of people here who are in deep tech. This is a deep tech region. There may be space companies or people interested in space in the audience. Would you invest in a space company today?
Oh, it is a tough question. I want to. It just depends from fund which you are running. We have a mission to a little bit different. We have a mission to bring and to help to entrepreneurs realize their global dreams. Yeah, so it is built on my background to build companies cross-border between ocean, between Europe and States. So by this way, it is not depends from me. I want to, but I have LPs who also correct my mission. Yes. So.
So you got to find the right space company. And you started out investing, as you said, in the region. You started out investing in Russia. Yandex is a portfolio company.
Yeah, more parallels. Acronis has office in Sofia. I know. I have few companies which came from this region and became pretty well known. Some others. So, but yes, yeah, they came from very good engineers thinking.
So I might start with Russia and then turn back to this area. What are your thoughts of investing in Russia today?
I'm not invest in Russia. It is a problem for me since I have all my mind thinking I miss a lot of opportunities. Since my LPs, since I run in only my money and foreign money, I mean Western money from States and from Europe, I have restriction after 2014 to limit investment there or stop the investment there. But in general, I miss a lot of opportunities and I still support many engineers and I invested my own money in some interesting projects there. But in general, it is pity, but it is a lot of interesting opportunities coming from countries since it is this country face many interesting problems which people solving.
So now you're focused on this region.
I'm focused on, yes, this region, Central Eastern Europe, since we have offices in Silicon Valley and Berlin, so it is our major offices, and we are covering this region, yeah.
What's exciting you? Because there are entrepreneurs in the region. You have money. What's the size of your current fund?
Current, last 1 second was 200, now it is 250.
So you have 250 million.
Yeah, we have 15 companies to invest. Since
Okay.
we are doing A and B series.
So I see more than 15 people in the audience. What's it?
Come in, I will give money. It is not that easy.
Oh, great.
Okay,
Here you go.
wine, yes,
you
sir.
heard it here first. He's giving. So what's exciting you in the region today?
Well, no, I always wanted, I saw this problem for me when I was entrepreneur, when I built companies, and for me was problem, actually, at beginning especially, to get money. It is crazy guy coming from some country which is where the ice and beers and vodka and something, and he would like to raise capital or he would like to do success in the US. I saw these difficulties for me, and I know that it is still not easy since when I get a call from guys from Bessemer or from other my friends, they told, oh, some crazy guys came from Hungary. Can you meet with them? So, and I'm meeting with these guys and they speak a little bit differently. Yes, so it is not easy to raise capital from here or there. So you need to be a little bit understand why they will invest if they have too many deals in Silicon Valley. Too many deals coming each day to any venture fund. So from this perspective, to make risk, it is need to be very good, interesting stuff. But as you know, Almaz actually means raw diamond. Our job is polished diamond, here to prepare and after this to bring to the rest of the world to get following investment from guys in Silicon Valley.
And you've been very successful. So when you look at an entrepreneur from this region, right, you just said they can be a little rough. What would be one thing you could improve? Maybe something that the entrepreneurs in the audience could listen to and say, okay, I should do that.
So the main point to improve, to understand that one very important point, that you need to solve real problems. Since here's a lot of engineers. Actually, Eastern Europe has a lot of engineers. And they even taken this, Dan Lupa, I spoke today, I will speak lately, but if you're speaking about how you pass, which became unicorn from Romania, this company ran 10 years. And after tuning the business model, company became unicorn when venture capitalists step in. So you just need to look to the smart guys who can help you in your territory. What is missing here, it is business orientation from my point of view, or solving very complicated task which is impossible to sell. So by this way, it is more important to turn your business model. You possibly know well many big guys who are coming from this region go to some accelerator in the United States. They get in and change in business model 3 times during the education period. Yeah, so.
Well, is there any advice that you could give on how to refine the business model, travel to the States? I mean, one of the things you mentioned is that you like the companies to spend time abroad to learn.
Yeah, I think that what advice was to go even to Estonia will be good advice. Yeah, the main point when I defend invest in this region, I told yes, if even company live in this region, it is I'm telling to bureaucrats why they need to stay here. They need to go ahead. And I know even from my 5 companies, like approximately 40 companies emerged by former my employees since they learned something from my mistakes or from my success and decided to do better. So, but they learn a lot. So main point to have more discussion and to see how people building some model.
So, is there any like billion-dollar companies you think are emerging that we might not know are billion-dollar industries in the region that are underserved for people who are thinking to get started today?
Yeah, I know a few. I even invested in, I think, into. So we'll see.
Do you want to share?
No.
Okay, well, I would hope you would want to. Okay. Maybe I could ask the question in a different way. If someone in the audience were to start something today, is there a segment or area that you're excited in and you would encourage them to pursue? Maybe on blockchain or
No. As any venture fund, we are stupid people, I think. And yes, so since we don't know too much, entrepreneurs know more. We helping them to realize their dream. It is my motive, since I know that you become not when you work with many companies. We are not gods. Venture capitalists are not gods. Entrepreneurs are gods, and they need to be helped. It is my understanding of the business. From this perspective, that we use simple stuff, as you know, using many analysis, Gartners and everything to see all this prediction and try to see, okay, possibly over here is the right way to go. The second why we are going to big companies and understand problems which they did not solve right and try to bring the guys for this direction. But today everybody's speaking about machine learning. Yes, so yes, it is a direction where to go, how to find the right application to use a machine learning tool. It is one of the important stuff. Blockchain, yes, but blockchain plus smart contracts, for me, is this important point. I'm not so like fan of currency, but speaking about this direction is very important since it will change our life completely. And 2 areas which regretfully I did not invest, even I helped to start Russian quantum center. But I believe in quantum computing a lot, yes, so but it is like 10 years ahead of investment in thinking, but you need to start today thinking about it. And one area which I completely love, but I completely not understand, it is synthetic biology. So it is like 4 areas which I think is pretty promising where you need to put your efforts.
and especially with a lot of technologists in the room and engineers, those are all areas that are suitable. So you mentioned briefly that you help in a variety of different ways. You help them go international. Maybe you could talk a little bit more about that because a lot of investors say they help and they don't help. And you know, for reading your bio, you definitely help, right? So you mentioned you talk with big companies, so you help with business development. What are some other areas?
No, the main point I thought, when I was entrepreneur, I thought I will spend as a VC more time as a like speaking with smart technology guys and everything. But after you found that you become an actually HR person to the company. So we help a lot with HR, of course, to hire CEO, to hire like executives which is missing, or even sometime the lead engineer, so which is pretty important to have. And it has taken a lot of time. And you sometimes become like nanny or babysitter with the entrepreneur. And from this perspective, we have a lot from this as well, type. Even taking loan, I given loan, personal loan to somebody for my portfolio company's employees, I will say. Yes, since company cannot do it. But idea is that you need to help to these guys from not only from business development and other stuff. You need to help. You live with them. You live with them 5-7 years sometimes. Yeah, so it is becoming your part of your family, I will say, and it is very important to choose when you choose a person to invest. It is to choose people with whom you're happy to spend your 5 or 7 years of life. It is my criteria how I invest.
Now, you
Okay,
mentioned,
I think we've got 60 seconds on the clock, Adeo, if we could wrap up.
you mentioned quickly that you like companies that have engineering teams but might be incorporated overseas, and that might be another tip that you can leave people with. And any other closing thoughts?
Yeah, we have a lot cross-bridge like stuff. We grew one company in US. We had 300 engineers in 3 years. So it is impossible to do in Silicon Valley to scale a company like this. We're using this ability of this region. And my last remark, to be successful, be crazy. If you're crazy, you will achieve results.